Getting the harder way, 17.
You saw my stories today?
Back with another EP. And today I'm here with a different EP. I've been following this story. For a minute, for a second. Alycia Baumgardner. Actually, ever since Alycia Baumgardner versus Terry Harper. I've been keeping a good eye on this. I want to let a little bread off Baumgardner. So I got a little soft spot for her. But Baumgardner and Michaela Maya have been having, back and forth. You know what I mean? Those one of those fights on my Super 16 women's list. The 16 women, 8 fights. That's one of the fights on my list. Alycia Baumgardner and Michaela Maya. But Alycia Baumgardner, when Michaela Maya reached out to Alycia Baumgardner, you know what I mean? Baumgardner replied by saying, not yet. I'm going to fight you. The time, just ain't now. Eventually we go fight. So it kind of had me, thinking, is Baumgardner, kind of avoiding this Michaela Maya smoke? Just do what's good, pimp. Appreciate you sliding through this jump. My boy Just Do what's good. Appreciate you sliding through. So I was, he got me thinking is Alycia Baumgardner, kind of avoiding, Michaela Maya. But and then Alycia Baumgardner signed to fight Chow. Alycia Baumgardner is the WBC champion, and Chow is the WBA champion. You know what I mean? So she has a belt as well as Alycia Baumgardner. So Eddie Hearn stated like a few days ago that the plan for Alycia Baumgardner is to fight Chow for the WBA. And he said that fight will be taking place in June or July. He said, yo, the Crush, thanks Just Do for checking me out. For sure, what's good, Crush? Appreciate you sliding through this joint. And he said that fight will happen June or July. This fight between Alycia Baumgardner and Chow. Alycia Baumgardner is coming off the biggest win, of her career, versus Terry Harper. Well, the win before her last win was versus Terry Harper, which was the biggest win of her career. She won that fight by knockout. Big Slugger, what's good, pimp? She won that fight by knockout. She did versus Terry Harper by highlight fashion knockout, if I do say so myself. You know what I mean? Highly impressed with her. Chow is coming off a win as well. Like I told you, she's the WBA champ. She's the WBA champion at 130. She's the WBA champion at 130. So this fight between them would be a unification fight. Eddie Hearn said it's set for June or July. But I ain't gonna lie to you, my bigger goal here, the bigger picture here, you know what I mean, is that Undisputed versus Alycia Baumgardner and Michaela Maya. And I was having a conversation the other day, about Undisputed that we could get. Undisputed, that we could have this upcoming year. And I completely forgot about Alycia Baumgardner and Michaela Maya. You know what I mean? Alycia Baumgardner and Michaela Maya is one of those big fights I think, is needed for women's boxing, to prosper the way it is supposed to. But I've been kind of hard on Baumgardner, in the weeks leading up to this because Michaela Maya, has been avidly seeking, that fight. That fight with Alycia Baumgardner. And Alycia Baumgardner's, at least in my opinion, her energy, hasn't been, what I think it should be. She said everything but yes, and she kind of said the same thing Eddie Hearn said, which is why I'm a ease up off her a little bit because Eddie Hearn came out and said that the goal is to fight Baumgardner. The goal is to fight Michaela Maya, but right now he want to unify the belts with Baumgardner at 130 with Miss Chow. Where's she at? There she go. Boom, I'm bringing up they box Rex, so y'all can see. Her name Hyun Chow, by the way. 19-0, 5 knockouts, 1 draw. I'm finna share my screen with y'all in a second, so y'all can see. who exactly we talking about here? This is a fight. Eddie Hearn said he said no for June or July. Unification fight, WBA, WBC, and IBO if you into that kind of thing. So there we go. We got Alycia Baumgardner, 12-1, 7 KOs, 27 years old. She's currently the WBC 130-pound champion. Her last win is versus Edith Matthias, which was last week, I think. It was a Earl Spence fight weekend, if I'm not mistaken. And Alycia Baumgardner is facing off against, Hyun Chow, 19-0, one draw. Her last win is over De La Silva, in which she TKO in the 9th round out of 10th round. And she's 31 years of age. She stands at 5'7" with a 65-inch arm reach. Baumgartner's arm reach isn't listed. But this is the fight that we got coming up. WBA, WBC championship is going to lead us. It's going to walk us on down the road. You know what I mean, to the big fight. That we got Michaela Maya versus Baumgardner. But Eddie Hearn said that he aiming for this fight to be in June or July. So that leaves open the possibility. Of us getting, another undisputed added to the mix this year. You know what I mean? I did a show last week. We counted up about, 10 undisputed fights that could take place in the year 2022. You know what I mean? And my mind, I forgot, the one with Baumgardner and Michaela Maya. But we will be getting Hyun Chow unification versus Alycia Baumgardner, this upcoming year. And I think it's gonna be a good fight without giving away my predictions and shit, because y'all know I be doing the predictions. So without saying too much, I think that Alycia Baumgardner has to focus in, this fight, so we can, be able to get, to the big fight, to the fight that we want. Now, I'm not saying that Chow, can't win this fight, because she very well could, you know what I mean? But, as far as namesake goes and, stardom and women's boxing, Baumgardner is a more recognizable face, and a lot to do with a part of that 16, those 16 fighters and 8 fights that I put together, had a lot to do with, those ladies having names as well as skill. Now, Chow does have the skill. She is, around the same skill level of Alycia Baumgardner, but Alycia Baumgardner coming out there, Terry Harper win, she has a bigger name than Choi right now. So I expect and for, I don't want to say for the better of women's boxing, because they sound bad. They sound horrible. But for the sake of women's boxing, as far as a popularity thing goes, Alycia Baumgardner winning this fight would be better, than Chow winning this fight, because the build up for Michaela Maya and Alycia Baumgardner, I already didn't reach, a different level type deal. You know what I mean? So Eddie Hearn said this fight is probably going to take place in June or July, summertime, or whatnot. So this one of the jumps that we should put on our goddamn calendars to be aware of. One of them we should put on our calendar, be aware of, type deal, because this will lead to undisputed between Baumgardner and Michaela Maya. So the winner of this fight, and also in the thing, Eddie Hearn said himself that this is going to be the fight before the big one, and the big one is Michaela Maya. Now you ain't not. I'm just saying, don't say nothing crazy. You ain't got to necessarily be quiet. No, I was saying you ain't got to be. No, I was saying you ain't got to be quiet. Just don't watch what you say. That's what I was saying. I'm reading something. Yeah. We but that's one of the junks that we should be looking out for, because we could get let's say this fight happened in June or July, like Eddie say, you can barely believe what Eddie say. But I will say this: when Eddie Hearn talk about two people that work for him, two people that work under his banner, like Chow and Baumgardner Baumgardner, normally shit like they do, fall into place. It's when Eddie Hearn get to talking about, his fighters and fighters from different, companies where you kind of got to take that with a grain of salt. So I believe that we could take this June, July date, to the bank as far as this, because both of these are Matchroom DAZN fighters. MP, what the fuck? What's good, pimp? Appreciate you sliding through. Appreciate you sliding through these. So I feel like we could take this Michaela Maya Chow fight to the bank. This is for the WBA title and the WBC titles at the 135-pound division. I think bigger scale, this fight is going to end up leading us to undisputed, because Michaela Maya has the IBF and the WBO belt. The winner of this fight will have the WBC and the WBA belt. So ain't nothing left to do, especially with Michaela Maya and Alycia Baumgardner going back and forth every single day on Twitter. Ain't nothing much left to do than to get undisputed, in this division. And we'll be crowning, another women's boxing, superstar. This weekend, we go crown 2 women's boxing superstar. Franchon Cruz faces Cindy Roos, and we got the big one, Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor. So like I was saying, man, it's a hot time for women's boxing. You know what I mean? If you really, paying attention, if you're really a fan of the sport, like I am, and I'm pretty sure if you hear, you probably is too, type shit. You know what I mean? If we was ever going to get behind the women, the women's boxing, now would be the time, because we got a shit hell of a lot of women out here who actually can fight, and a lot of them easy on the eyes too. You know what I mean? Since we speaking on Baumgardner and Chow and Shias and all that good shit. You know what I mean? So when people tell you that it ain't that many, good women's boxers out here, it ain't that many. They actually are. They probably don't even watch women's boxing. I ain't gonna say they don't know shit about boxing, because women's boxing and men's boxing are two different things, and you got to study them different. A lot of people, most people don't know shit about women's boxing. You know what I mean? For real, which is why I do the teas that I do. But I'm finna get the fuck up out of here. I'm gonna be here for a good time, not a long time. I want to make sure I keep this joint around a certain time. But Alycia Baumgardner and Chow set for June or July. Says Eddie Hearn in the summertime. Just a jump to be on the lookout. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all tell a friend to tell a friend. Appreciate everybody that liked the video, everybody that will like the video, everybody that subscribe, everybody that will subscribe. Make sure y'all check out my previous Southern Tea I did this morning. I was letting y'all know that Jamel Hearn and Jermaine Ortiz, set for May 21st, which will be next month, and that's gonna be on their Janabit card. But check out the old Southern Teas, check out the new Southern Teas. Greatly appreciate y'all sliding through this joint. Skin the Hardaway Southern Tea. This ain't the past. What's good, Cassandra? Appreciate you. Cassandra, you caught the back end again. You might be able to catch the next one, because I'm about to set up, for my other morning tea, and then y'all know I had to sit down and jump like in the evening. Shout out, I appreciate you sliding through. Make sure y'all hit that like button for your boy. What's good, Cassandra? I saw you on Ashley too. I saw you on Ashley too. What you on Ashley was talking about that day in the chat, but we ain't go talk about it. She said, "All right. Well, y'all may get the fuck up out of here, mates. I did a video. Check the playback." Okay, bit for sure, Teddy. Appreciate you sliding through this joint, too. I mean, Yoda. Okay. Make sure y'all check out Yoda video. Yoda dropped the video today. Make sure y'all check out Yoda Watch Crush video as well. Appreciate y'all sliding through this junk. Skin the Hardaway Southern Tea. This ain't the past. This ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love. Oh, yeah. Make sure y'all tune in, because I'm about to do my Mo Williams and Cordell Booker fight breakdown and prediction. That'll be my next tea. So make sure y'all here for the next junk.